Yeah, NC State with the 1-point win over Clemson today. I'd say that's definitely going to get them into the NCAA tournament. Dun. Last night's big story: St. Mary's defeated Gonzaga, though. 60-47 in the West Coast Conference Championship. Imagine being the #1 team of Gonzaga competing in the West Coast, and you can't even win the conference championship. That's going to throw a lot of at-large teams in the bubble. That's going to hurt them a lot because St. Mary's going to get the automatic bid. Oh, appreciate Eli. Oh. I remember last night, I know the coach said they've been the epitome of the bubble for the past 4 years, which is probably true because the West Coast doesn't get any love, mainly because they only have Gonzaga, St. Mary's in it. BYU, San Francisco finished decent. Loyola Marymount also had 20 wins in the season. Didn't have a very good non-conference, so. Mainly because of Jordan Hunter. He had 12 points and 15 rebounds last night. He was a key part in their win against Gonzaga. Also, Rui Hachimura was only 2 of 17 shooting from three-point range. He had the longest winning streak at 21. Which is kind of crazy. Gonzaga also won 18 straight conference tournament games. Started back in 2012. In my opinion, I think Gonzaga does not get a 1 seed. I think for them to be a 1 seed, you have to win your conference and your conference championship. Which is going to throw a loop in the whole NCAA bracket because you got 3 ACC teams ranked in the top 25. But I think only one deserves to get in. Or should be a 1 seed, or at least 2. I don't think Virginia, Duke, and Carolina will all be 1 seeds. I think it's a little hard. I think Gonzaga drops to a 2. I think Virginia's locked in as a 1. I think they can lose the ACC and still get a 1 seed. I think the winner of Duke Carolina gets a 1 seed. I think the winner of the SEC gets a 1 seed as long as it's not LSU, because LSU won the SEC and they're still ranked 9. You can make an argument if Michigan State wins the Big Ten, currently ranked 6, if they could actually be a 1 seed. Look how far we gone. I don't think Texas Tech will get a 1, even if they win the Big 12. I don't see why they would get a 1 seed, in my opinion. Yeah, I think there's really only. I mean, Gonzaga could still make a case on why she should be number 1, but I don't think they'll get number 1. Yeah, so Gonzaga, Virginia, Carolina, Kentucky, Duke, Michigan State, Tennessee. I think there's 7 teams that could potentially get a 1 seed, and I think maybe Texas Tech is 8. I'm not sure. I think Virginia's locked, so I think that really leaves it down to what, six teams left for 3 spots as number 1. I think those are the only people that get it. I don't think anybody else is deserving of it. University of Ohio head coach Saul Phillips will not return. Spent 5 years at the University of Ohio. He was hired in 2014 after 7 seasons at North Dakota State. So there's that. They finished 14-17 this year, 7-11 in the MAC. They finished the same way this year, except they finished 6-12 in league play and not 7-11. He was overall 81-77 in Ohio, but just 40-50 conference play. So Ohio will be looking for a new coach. Shout out to James Hickory. ACC announced your top players of the year. Zion Williamson was ACC's player and rookie of the year, which I don't think anybody can argue as rookie. MVP, though, I feel like MVP, with him missing about 5 games, someone else might have won it. I would know Tony Bennett. We all know that he won the Conference Coach of the Year, which I think Roy Williams should have won it. I know Tony Bennett only had 2 losses, both coming to Duke, and I know he won the ACC, but Carolina looked really, really good, and I thought Williams did a really good job of coaching Carolina this year. I think he didn't win it because also the first team was R.J. Barrett, Zion, Cam Johnson, Carolina, and then Kyle Gunn, DeAndre Hunter. I think they got those. They got those 5 right. I think those are the 5 best players of the year. Although I do think Kobe White might have been snubbed. I think Kyle Guy's really good, but I think Kobe White might have deserved over Kyle Guy, especially in ACC play. It's just my opinion, though. I know Marquise Bolden will be missing. ACC tournament. I think that's big. Zion will be back, so they will have a rim protector. But not having Bolden will still hurt coming off the bench because I don't think Delorier is really that good, if we're being honest. Last night, Miami beat Wake Forest in the first round of the ACC tournament. They're actually currently playing Virginia Tech right now. You can check that on ESPN. Notre Dame did beat Georgia Tech. Vermont UMBC will rematch in the America East again. That'll be a hell of a matchup. UMBC after the upset against Virginia last year. I don't know. I think Vermont's got them this year, though. Vermont has looked really good all year, and they really look really good every year. I think UMBC's a little bit down. I do think Vermont wins. UMBC, though, was up 37-18 last night at the end of the halftime, and they lost the second half 50-31, which made them go into OT, which they ended up winning by 5, obviously, but I think Vermont's too strong this year after they won their semifinal game by 33 points. Pittsburgh beat Boston College in the first round. Northeastern actually upset Hofstra in the Colonia Athletic Men's Championship game. Which is, I mean, I didn't see it really come. I thought Hofstra was a better team than Northeastern. But it's gonna suck though. Justin Wright Foreman, though, hell of a player, senior guard from Hofstra, averaged over 20 points a game. He's actually averaging 27 points a game. Probably one of the best scorers in college basketball, and we won't be able to see him in the NCAA tournament. Farley Dickinson won the Northeast. I don't really know too much about Farley Dickinson. I don't really know much about the Northeast Conference because it's quite weak. I did see Northern Kentucky, though. They beat Wright State in the Horizon League Championship last night. I thought Northern Kentucky looked dominant on all sides. Basically on everything that happened in the whole entire basketball game. I thought Northern Kentucky was just better in every aspect. Wright State was a 1 seed, but they're both 13-5 in conference. Northern Kentucky actually has 5 more wins than Wright State does, so got to give that to them. Fellow App State loses first round because they're trash. They're not good at basketball. Oh yeah, North Dakota State. They beat Omaha in the Summit League Championship game. I thought Omaha was gonna win. But I know North Dakota State is thanking Western Illinois for that win against South Dakota State, which knocked them out, and one of the best mid-major players in the country, in Jake Duam. So that's obviously big. Just looking at Joe Lenardi's projected 64. He's got Virginia, Gonzaga, North Carolina, and Kentucky as 1 seeds, and I think that's absolutely retarded. I mean, obviously I'm a Tennessee fan, but I don't see how you can put Kentucky as a 1 seed. I really just don't, but I guess we'll find out when the SEC semifinals and possibly when Tennessee plays. Kentucky again. I think everything else. I mean, everything looks good. I think Gonzaga will drop. I think he still has Gonzaga as the best team. He's got Carolina as a 1 seed. I would agree. He's got Tennessee in the East Division with Virginia. Right now, the bottom half of consists of Nevada, Texas, Houston, Harvard, Louisville, Minnesota. If Tennessee plays well, then they could obviously go far. Virginia would have to get past really only Kansas. The West Side got Gonzaga, Florida State, Marquette, Nova, Purdue, and LSU's a 2 seed as well, which is actually probably right. I move on. Cristiano Ronaldo scored a hat trick yesterday to knock Atletico out. Really to keep Juventus in Champions League, who's obviously a favorite. I thought Juventus was excellent yesterday, the whole entire game. Obviously, Ronaldo he'll get man of the match. But I thought Emre Can was player of the game. I thought he was the best player on Juventus yesterday. Basically just playing everywhere. Started out center back, came out wide, came into center mid. I thought he was the best. Player overall yesterday. Atletico was awful. I think the game plan wasn't right. They came in defending from the back foot instead of trying to attacking up 2-0. They just sat in, defended, which overall I think hurt them. City did smack Schalke 7-0 yesterday. I mean thrashing. I mean absolute thrashing. Schalke did not look good, and City actually might be one of the favorites to win, especially after yesterday's performance. I don't see anybody who could stop City, but could be wrong. CONCACAF Champions League. I know a lot of you probably don't watch that. Santos did beat the Red Bulls 4-2, advancing 6-2 in aggregate, and now beat the Dynamo 1-0, which they advanced 3-0 aggregate, which means, if I'm not mistaken, that knocks out every single MLS team in the CONCACAF Champions League. And I wonder why, because the MLS has a salary cap like every other American sport does, which is, I think, fucking retarded. No, Atlanta still has, they have Monterrey tonight at 8, but they're down 3-0 in aggregate, so I don't see them. Or I don't see them coming back. Not one bit, so. They go out. PSG beat Dijon last night 4-0. Marquinhos, Mbappe, Di Maria, and Choupo-Moting with the 4 goals. And PSG still lead that league by 15 to 18 points. And they'll win the league. For sure. Boca Juniors with a 3-0 win over Toluca in the Copa Libertadores. Palmeiras also won 3-0 with a goal at Felipe Melo. Felipe Melo got a goal. Former Fenerbahce man in the Turkish league. Atletico Mineiro also fell, which is actually kind of surprising. The Brazilian teams are always a lot stronger in their divisions. Today's big game, though, Liverpool, Bayern Munich. Play at 4 o'clock. Aggregate still at 0-0. As well as Barcelona and Olympic Lyon also 0-0 as they get back to the Camp Nou. Every time Ronaldo has a big game, Messi usually matches it. So we'll see Messi will score a hat-trick today. I think Messi will score 1. I think he'll probably score 2. If we're being honest here. Oh, and the U.S. women's national team suing the U.S. soccer, I think, was. I have mixed feelings about it. I don't know really how I feel about it, though. Yeah, so 28 team members were plaintiffs, basically just suing the U.S. for discrimination. Saying they don't get equal pay. And I don't want to sound, I don't know, I guess necessarily like sexist to women or anything. But the revenue the men bring in compared to the men just isn't the same. And if you look at the last World Cup, the women's brought in $73 million from their 2015 World Cup. And the players get 10% of that. So I mean that's still a good amount. But the men's brought in $1.4 billion from their 2014, or $1.3 billion from their 2014 World Cup. So obviously their paycheck's gonna be a little bit higher. They basically brought in 10 times more than the women's did. So I don't know. I don't really understand the whole. I mean, Christian Press said that hopefully in a way it inspires women everywhere. I mean, if it's like a normal job, like a business job, and you're doing the same amount, you get the same pay because you're doing the same thing, bringing the same thing. But I mean, when the men's team were just bringing in way more than the women's, then I just don't really understand why they should get more, or at least the same. Yeah, so it's the goal of eliminating gender-based discrimination by the U.S. Soccer Federation. Apparently, they're Adidas, so the women will get the same bonuses as men. So I guess ads, commercials, whatnot. Yeah, so the lawsuit claims that March 2013 through December 31st, 2016, when the previous collective bargaining agreement expired, players' women's team can make a maximum salary of $72,000 plus the bonuses for winning non-tournament games as well as World Cup appearances, victories, and Olympic placement, and so on and so forth. But it shows that the men's and the women's played 20 friendlies in a year, and each team won all 20 friendlies. The female women's players will earn a maximum of $99,000 or $49.50 per game, While similarly situated male men's player would earn an average of $263,320 or $16,000 and $166 per a game. So essentially they're making about $9,000 more. Well, actually, it's more closer to $8,000 more a game. But I'm sure if they put in numbers of how many people showed up, then I feel like you would see why there's such a difference in pay. So they invested $3.5 million in National Women's Soccer League in addition to $3.45 million in salaries. The U.S. spent. This is what they spent, and they averaged almost $208,000. I figured $9,000 more than the men's national team players. So, I don't really understand why. Okay. So from 2008 to 2015, the women's generated just $53 million, whereas the men's generated $144 million. So, yeah, I don't understand why they make it such a big deal, but I don't know. But I mean, after their expired in 2016, they got new contracts in 2017. They run through 2021, and that's why they're doing the strike now, I guess. I know it's a shitload of money that they're wanting though, and it's a damn federal lawsuit. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see how much they'll make this coming World Cup when they're in France, because the last World Cup was held pretty much on home soil in Canada. So I think a lot more fans from the U.S. went there, which I do think a lot will go to France because the women's team has a pretty big fan base, but I don't know how many will go all the way to Europe to watch their World Cup, at least live. So apparently they said according to the suit, so U.S. Soccer posted $17 million profit for the 2016 fiscal year. Apparently, and largely in part, the U.S. Women's World Cup success and their comparative low wages. They say U.S. Soccer continued to lean on market realities as an excuse for the pay gap. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how the U.S. distributes the money, but it just looks like if the women's team, if they're distributing the money on how much they make, give it to them versus how much the men's team is making and distribute it to them. I don't see why it's such a big deal, because they're making technically what they bring in, but they have the whole 25-page lawsuit here on everything. I think it just comes down to women saying that we're good, we won a World Cup. Men's team didn't even qualify. Why are they making $8,000 more a game than we are? And that's what it comes down to. Is their success? Is it getting recognized? Because I mean, even when the men's didn't make the World Cup, I think they got more attention not winning the World Cup than when the women's did when they actually won the World Cup. So, I mean, I can see why they're upset, but I think it just kind of kind of just is what it is, and I don't know. I think there's only so much you can really do about it, but. I went to the NFL. Everybody knows OBJ got traded to Cleveland, which is a hell of a deal by Cleveland's general manager. Cleveland's general manager was actually Kansas City's general manager. So you can see why Kansas City was so good last year, because he basically assembled the team that they brought in last year. Yeah, so basically, like 3 or 4 hours ago, Earl Thomas, Seattle safety, will sign with the Baltimore Ravens. Includes $32 million fully guaranteed at signing, and then $22 million in the first 9 months. It's a $55 million contract. But he's getting about not even necessarily a third. Thomas is robbing the Ravens. I mean, I would probably agree with that, actually. I mean, he's getting 22 in just the first. So he's basically making 22 million in the whole first year, and he's getting 32 million fully guaranteed. So I don't know. I mean, he's gonna be a good player, and he's gonna lead that defense. But they don't. He doesn't have anybody to back him up on the defense. So I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like the Bell and the Brown situation. He's just wanting the big money. And he's willing, if a team's wanting to give him the big money, that's where he'll go. Basically replacing Weddle, who left. He's a leg and a half. I mean, yeah. But I mean, they're losing. They lost C.J. Mosley, Terrell Suggs, Darius Smith, just really in the first 2 days. So I mean, I don't know. And the Ravens are probably somewhat desperate trying to get a big signing on defense. I mean, they signed the Mark Ingram at running back, so I think it'll be decent on the offense. Defensively, though, I mean, Baltimore doesn't really have much other than Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas still had a good year. Still had a good year in Seattle. Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. Ravens really could finish. I mean, they could still finish second. I really do think that the Browns will win the division. I think if they can get their system run, I think if everybody fits in by the time season starts, I really do think the Browns will win. Bengals are just trash. Bengals are just so bad. I think Pittsburgh will be all right. I mean, I don't really know what Pittsburgh's going to do. They don't have Bell. I mean, even without Bell last year, though, I thought they still ran the ball with James Conner and the other running backs pretty well. I thought that was all right. Juju, I think, will step in, though. I think he'll be their main receiver. He could probably put up numbers. I don't know about like necessarily next year, but I think he's got potential to be one of the best. One of the best players for them. I know Lamar can't throw the ball, but I mean, I don't know. The way that they ran their offense there last year was just, and they got shit done. He didn't throw, but they ended up still sneaking into the playoffs. But I agree, they don't have a quality wide receiver. They do have a depleted defense. But if the plan is to run the ball, Lamar Jackson did it last year, and I think Ingram can run the ball as well. So I mean, if that's their game plan, it's probably not necessarily a bad one, but I mean, even a playoff game, when it came down to throwing the ball, they were completely screwed because Lamar Jackson can't throw it. So I would agree with that. Appreciate Eli. Don't worry, we'll be talking about your dog soon. After the spring football starts. The Raiders just signed Tyrell Williams, the former Charger game. Hell, I probably could have played for the Rams in the Super Bowl and probably would have done just as good as Goff and Cooks and Anderson and Gurley. No cap. Yeah, Raiders actually picking up Williams is actually a good move. I mean, he was the Chargers' best receiver last year after Keenan Allen got hurt, so I think that's actually good. Obviously, he'll be number 2 behind Antonio Brown. I don't know about Derek Carr though, man. I don't know. No, I think the Browns are legit contenders. I think they win their division. But I don't know how well they'll do. I mean, Tom Brady's still in the damn league. He's still in the league. I think it's gonna be hard for them to win the AFC. And the Chiefs are still gonna be solid offensively. Defensively though, I think the Chiefs lost a couple players, but yeah, I don't know if they put out the NFL like schedules out and shit yet, but yeah, they could actually probably finish 9-7 and win the division. And what was the Ravens? Because the Ravens won the division last year, and I don't think they were. Yeah, well, they were 10-6, so that's respectable. Okay. Yes, I haven't really followed any of what Kansas City has brought in or what they lost. I know they cut Justin Houston and they traded another big name player, but the defense really last year wasn't really that great in general though. I think the offense is basically what carried Kansas City. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The defense really wasn't good at all. That's what I'm saying. The offense, I don't care. Mahomes was raw. He's probably the best quarterback in the league last year, really. But I think that's why Kansas City couldn't win games. I mean, Kansas City had to score 35, 40 points to win. Or really over 30. If they scored 130, they lost because the defense would give up 30, 40 points a game. But I don't know. If the Browns go after Justin Houston, would Kansas City cut because they kind of need a linebacker. I mean, he's 30, but I mean he's 4-time Pro Bowl selection, and he was an All-Pro nomination as well. When Zion comes back, I don't know. It's hard because Carolina's looking really, really, really good. I think Carolina's looks really good, but Duke with Zion is just a whole different Duke team. I think just having Zion, like Zion could go for just 10 points, but just having his presence there, he just makes everybody go out and just play better. I don't know. I'll have to see how they do in the ACC with Zion. I think Carolina would probably win because I think they've got their number. But then again, man, 2 losses. Zion's first game playing Carolina. Revenge factors there, trying to go to the ACC championship. If Duke won, I wouldn't be surprised. Who would buy? Yes, I was talking to some Carolina people yesterday, and we're talking about Zion, and I don't think Carolina has anybody who can defend Zion. Obviously, like Cam Johnson and Kenny Williams can guard Cam Reddish and RJ, and Kobe White's gone on Trey Jones, even though he's not much of a scorer anyways. But yeah, I don't think Luke May is gonna shut down Zion, but Carolina knows how to score the ball, so if they can trade baskets, I think they'll be all right. Yeah, I mean, Luke May could probably go body to body him underneath, but once Zion turns, Zion's got the length, like a lot of length, over Luke May. And I just know, when Zion picks up the ball from the elbow and he starts to drive, man, it's just hard to stop, and he has his spin moves and everything. But Duke cannot shoot the 3 ball at all. So if Carolina gets hot from outside, Duke could be screwed. It don't matter if Zion's getting layup after layup. Because if Johnson and Kobe White and them are shooting lights out, it's not going to matter because Duke can't shoot the ball at all. But I think whoever wins between Duke and UNC in the semi, I think beats Virginia in the tournament, in the final. But then again, the one loss Virginia did have to Duke was when Duke actually shot the ball well. Yeah, they'll definitely have to get Zion in foul trouble, but I don't know your goal can be to attack Zion if you want to, but I don't know if you stay disciplined. And I'm sure Coach K probably knows that they're going to try to come after him and try to get him out of the game, but so I'm sure they'll have a game plan that'll help them with that, but yeah, I think I don't know, it's so hard. Carolina looks so good in those 2 wins, but Zion just brings something that no one on the Duke team has. So I don't know. I feel like it's really difficult to do, but also yeah, for sure. That's it. I mean, that's why everybody compares him to LeBron. He goes out, he's a winner, and he just makes everybody around him better. So, just something about him. Just something about him. Also with the Browns, though, they need when they lost Peppers at safety, I think their safeties are about. I think they need either a cornerback or a safety, somebody to come in. At least that's mediocre. That'll help, because losing Peppers was kind of hard, because Peppers actually had a really good last year, and he's going to get better and better. So on the Brown situation, I think they need at least a cornerback or a safety. But Cleveland's odds just went up. Now they're actually the third in the AFC to win. That's insane. So they moved the Super Bowl odds from 25-1 to 14-1. They went 0-7, or 0-16, and they went 7-8-1, and now they have a chance to win the division in the very next year. That's some good draft picks and some good business the year after. The Browns are making some serious moves, and I feel like I don't want to like call people necessarily bandwagon, but I don't want to be like pulling for the Browns. People call me bandwagon, but when a team goes 0-16 and been the worst team in the league for so long, and all of a sudden they get like OBJ, who's fun to watch, Baker Mayfield, everybody loves to watch him, Nick Chubb, it's a fun running back to watch. Just this Browns team and Jarvis Landry, this seems just a fun team to watch. So The Browns are playing somebody. I'm gonna pull for the Browns because I like to see something new, shake it up. It'd be crazy though. The team that knocks the Patriots off from their reign would be the Browns. I think that'd be a hell of a story, but I'm sure a lot of people probably wouldn't. I wouldn't like that. A lot of people are gonna call people bandwagons, but whatever. Also, Cleveland, Tyrod Taylor left as the backup. He actually signed with the Los Angeles Chargers. Obviously, be Phillip Rivers' backup. It actually wasn't that good in Cleveland. I don't see him really playing in LA either. Oh, the Redskins made I think they made a big free agency signing too, didn't they? Just like today, I think. Pretty sure. And Devin Funchess left Carolina. He's now in Indianapolis. I don't think he's that good of a receiver anyways, to be honest. That's just my opinion. No. Trying to see what they found. I know Peterson re-signed with Washington. We already discussed Williams. The Colts re-signed this year. Dang, who did they sign? Saints sign. Kicker will allude to a new 5-year deal. Oklahoma's pro days today. I think Kyler they probably already had it, but I know Kyler Murray switched to throw at the end, so I think it said all 32 teams had a scout there watching him, so I think he'll probably go pretty high in the draft. The Chiefs, they traded D Ford. They registered to San Francisco for a 5-year deal with $87.5 million. I think that was a good trade for San Fran. Cameron Waits on with Tennessee. Cordell Patterson with Chicago. Former Tennessee man right there. Go Big Orange, baby. Who did they sign? I saw it earlier today, so I know it happened. I know Landon Collins left, as I said. They did sign Antoine Bethea, so he's obviously not as good as Landon Collins, but that's still a decent signing for New York. And they got Jabril Peppers already back there, I said anyways. But the Rams, man, making moves again on the defense, signing Eric Weddle, who's a veteran, so. Dolphins bring back Devontae Parker, who really hasn't done anything for Miami this year. All right, and the Bills signing Cole Beasley and John Brown. So Brown got a 3-year, $27 million deal. And I thought that was a solid signing because I think he's probably the best receiver in Baltimore last year. But Cole Beasley for 4-year, $29 million contract for Cole Beasley. I don't think he's worth that at all, not one bit. But that's just my opinion. I don't really think. I know the Bills definitely need wide receivers, but I think NC State's chances of winning tomorrow Probably like five. No, not even five. Like 2-3%. Little cap. I mean, NC State's got a good squad, and I think Patrick Beverly's a scorer. But Virginia just, man, their defense and the way they play basketball is just, they get shit done. So Virginia should go all the way to the ACC finals. I think the only time they lose is to either Carolina or Duke. But definitely very, very slim. Go. Damn, who did? Who did fucking Dude, I know they signed somebody and I can't find it. Who's playing? Who's playing today? Boise State's beating Mountain Western's in the first round. Texas beat Miami at halftime by 17. I mean, that's should be a win for them, but should be a win there. Arizona's playing USC. They tipped off. George Washington beats UMass overtime. Atlantic 10. Sacramento State after Northern Arizona. Any big games today? Georgia Missouri play at 7 in the SEC first round. Just say Air Force. Notre Dame, Louisville. Actually, second round. How was Louisville playing the first round? They had a bye. They actually finished pretty high in the ACC. And UCLA, man, finished 16 and 15. They had such a down year. They had such good talent on their squad, but they just couldn't get it together. It's a hell of a team, though. You got Jalen Ham, Moses Brown. They're supposed to have Sharif. Obviously, he had heart surgery and couldn't play this year, but that's a hell of a team. I mean, Cody Riley, Chris Wilkes. Man, UCLA's got a hell of a team, but I mean, they're all really young, so hopefully they all stay. They have a chance to being really good, I guess, but 16, 15, 7th in the Pac-12. Not a good record. Weren't very good at all this year, but yeah, definitely underperformed. Oregon did as well. First round against Washington State. They did not perform that well either, but Yeah. Wait, who do y'all play today? I can do high school sports podcast. Oh, that would be funny. What's it? Yeah, the East is actually, I mean, it's obviously not that good, but it's shaking out. Miami's in the 8th. Orlando's a game behind. Charlotte's half a game behind. Or a game and a half behind. And Washington's 3.5. That's actually a tight race to get 8. I think Detroit will probably seal. I think it's 1 through 7 is probably pretty sealed. Western 1 through 8. I would love to see the Kings in the playoffs. I like watching Fox and Bagley, but I think they'll make it this year. Definitely, I think they'll make it next year, but don't know if they'll make it this year. 1 through 5 though is pretty wide open for a top seed. East 1 and 2 basically. Milwaukee and Bucks basically fighting for 1 and 2. 3, 4, and 5 is pretty wide open still technically. 6, 7. I guess Detroit's been on a fucking tear, so if they move up, they could probably get it above Brooklyn as a 6 seed. But I don't see Miami catching to them though. Alright. Podcast will last until about 3:50. So we got about 20 minutes. If you have any questions, put them in the chat because Champions League football starts. Barcelona, baby. Olympic Lyon, and then Bayern Munich and Liverpool. Be absolutely entertaining because I'm not going to middle school girls today. Not happening. Not today, fam. So top, damn. Done with the 2019 class. We're already in 2020 class for college football. So the top 6 commits. I mean, obviously still uncommitted. The number 1 rank is a white running back. I don't see that often. The number 2 guy is Desmond Evans he's from Sanford. He actually goes to Lee County High School. He's 5-star defensive end. He's been in the Carolina NC State because he's basically in state, but huh. La, 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 la. I know recruit best. I know that Tennessee signed a 5-star forward the other day for the class of 2020. I know that. If you can go to the commit, Georgia got Anthony Edwards. Obviously, 1 and done. I don't know how Arizona got 2 top 10. You're so ass. You're actually making a lot of. Scotty Lewis. That's the little brother. Well, are they point guard? I went to Florida. I want to ask why he's there. Well, I know that a 5-star point guard and Josiah James from Charleston. I went on more of Cox Mill out of Charlotte. He's at Duke. I know we signed 2020, but I remember what he. I don't really have it all out yet, but. Oh, Melo Ball's on here, but is he even eligible to play? I don't even know if he's even eligible to play or not. Melo, Trevor Wofford and Son. Cassius Stanley ain't committed either. Actually, kind of surprised about that as well. Oh no, I guess just. I know Jacob Tate should be on here probably sometime soon this week to discuss Carolina and Duke. And DePaul got the number 45 guy. Quick hand. Well, cigarettes. I don't even know why. All right, so this will be in the podcast. So thanks for everyone who joined in and asked legitimate questions, or is just really involved in the podcast, being involved. So shout out to you guys. I've been going live every day for at least an hour. Times will obviously be different depending on what I'm doing, basically. But yeah, so appreciate it, and see you later.